So good afternoon. I want to thank everybody for coming here today. Welcome to Hattie Mae White Education Center, HISD. My name is Richard Carranza. I serve as the Superintendent of Schools for the Houston Independent School District. Joining me is Brian Busby, our Chief Operations Officer, who will be available to answer any questions you may have as well. As we all know, Tropical Storm Harvey is now a Category 1 hurricane, Hurricane Harvey. We've been monitoring the weather developments for the last 48 to 72 hours, and based on those developments, we know that Hurricane Harvey is gaining in strength. While we don't know the exact point of impact, we do know that it's coming towards the Houston area. In light of the recent developments, and we are in close contact with the city of Houston, the county, and other weather officials, including emergency management, emergency planning for the city of Houston, we have made the following decisions and announcements. Monday was to be the first day of classes for the 2017-2018 school year. And while we wanted to start the school year with a whirlwind, this isn't the whirlwind we were thinking of. But we have canceled classes for Monday in lieu of the weather and the attendant issues that will come with the weather. So classes are canceled for Monday. We anticipate and are planning for classes and the start of the school year on Tuesday. However, this Friday, tomorrow, we have also asked for all non-essential HISD personnel, and essential means those that are in charge of life safety structures and mechanisms in the district, or critical personnel to keep the infrastructure running. Everyone else will be dismissed tomorrow after 2 o'clock, and we are monitoring the weather, so if weather circumstances indicate, we'll release people even earlier than that. All campuses will also vacate tomorrow by 2 p.m. as well. Campus events or activities scheduled after 2 p.m. tomorrow on Friday are also canceled. That includes all athletic events, all recruitment events, all back to school, get to know the teacher events. Those are all canceled Friday after 2 o'clock, as well as on Saturday. Athletic activities, as I've mentioned, are canceled all day on Friday and all day through Monday. So no athletic activities Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. All of our buildings will be closed through the weekend and through Monday. As I mentioned, we do plan to start school on Tuesday, but the final decision about whether or not school will start on Tuesday is going to be dependent on the developing weather conditions. So we plan on making an announcement, an affirmative, declarative announcement for school on Tuesday by noon on Sunday. We will notify everyone if there will in fact be school on Tuesday or if that will be delayed any further. Again, we're working very closely with our colleagues in the city and the county, and as weather conditions dictate, our first priority is to keep everyone safe. So I'm going to ask that all families and all students and all of our HISD family, please take this weather event very seriously. This is a serious event. So we want you to be safe. We want you to plan in advance, but we do not want you venturing out if you do not have to. That's why we've made the very serious decision of canceling classes on Monday. Just as a matter of information, we are also part of the City of Houston's family, so we are in a mutual aid situation working with our partners in the City of Houston. We're going to stage HISD personnel and first responders that will stay through the night Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to ensure there's no water intrusion, otherwise known as flooding, in the following schools, which include Cashmere High School, Northside High School, The Heights, and Liberty High Schools, Meyerland Middle School, Elrod Elementary School, Kate Bell Elementary School, and Coulter Elementary School. Now, the reason we've mentioned those school sites is that we know from past experience that they've been subject to flooding conditions. So again, we will be sandbagging and placing personnel at those sites. We will also monitor Lovett Elementary School, Fondren Middle School, Red Elementary School, and HISD's McCarty complexes. In addition, we are working again closely with the City of Houston, and we are able and ready and willing to assist in any way that we can in terms of emergency relocation locations if that is an issue. Again, I want to reemphasize to all of our employees in the HISD family and to all of our families, please take this weather event very serious. This is a serious weather event, and please follow us on our website and our social media for any updates as it pertains to HISD and the opening of schools. At this time, Mr. Busby and I would be welcome to answer any questions that you may have. Sure. Para todas nuestras familias hispanoparlantes, quisiera decirles que estamos tomando esta situación del clima con mucha seriedad. Por lo tanto, mañana todas las oficinas y las escuelas del distrito serán cerradas a las 2 de la tarde. Sin embargo, si las condiciones del clima lo indican, serán cerrados más temprano. También todo el personal o los empleados del distrito se les va a pedir que vuelvan a su casa mañana después de las 2 para que estén seguros en cuanto pegue la tormenta. También todas las actividades, incluyendo actividades atléticas, serán canceladas desde mañana en la noche, el viernes, hasta el lunes en la noche. Entonces, el viernes, sábado, domingo y lunes no habrá ninguna actividad oficial del distrito. También los edificios serán cerrados todo el fin de semana y también el lunes. Los planes son de que vamos a empezar el nuevo año escolar el día martes. Entonces, esos son los planes en este momento. Sin embargo, si las condiciones del clima lo indican, podríamos también cerrar el martes, pero esa decisión se va a anunciar para el mediodía del domingo. Vamos a anunciar si se va a llevar a cabo las clases el martes o lo vamos a cerrar hasta el miércoles. También vamos a tener personal del distrito que van a estar vigilando ciertos campos escolares porque sabemos nosotros que se pueden inundir según la historia en este distrito. Esos edificios y escuelas incluyen Cashmere High School, Northside Heights, Liberty High Schools, Meyerland Middle School, Elrod Elementary, Kate Bell Elementary, Coulter Elementary. También estaremos monitoreando Lovett Elementary, Fondren Middle, Red Elementary y McCarty Complex, el HISD. El mensaje en general para todos nuestros estudiantes y padres de familia y nuestros empleados, miembros de la familia HISD, por favor, que tomen esta tormenta muy en serio. Es una tormenta en serio. Queremos que se queden en casa y que estén seguros y por eso estamos cancelando clases el día lunes. Entonces, por favor, estén seguros porque los queremos ver bien y sanos el martes en cuanto resumen el año escolar. Happy to take any questions that you may have.
Just the numbers in terms of personnel that you're going to have at these individual schools monitoring water levels, and if some of these campuses do begin to take on water, what your plan of action as a district is going to be.
Good afternoon. To answer that question, we're going to stage about 3 to 5 both essential and annual vendor employees with equipment that can pump out water as it may be intruding through outside structures of the building, such as the foundation of our older facilities of that list. And we're also going to have water intrusive items, for example, dehydration components, as well as the HVAC items that you pull moisture out of the buildings with. So we're going to have about 3 to 5 people per facility at the facilities listed, and we're also going to sandbag around the lowest areas of those facilities because these are the ones we historically have had to do flood work based on our recent history.
How would you characterize this challenge versus historical challenges with flooding? This seems to be out of the ordinary.
No, I would characterize this one as it's just us being more proactive than in the past, because in the past, not knowing what we know as far as information with what the media is able to give, the weather monitors are able to give, I think we're more proactive and we're in a better position to address what may come.
And will the school district have to make up an extra day of school at the end of the coming school year, or how's that going to work out?
So there are provisions within the education code which allow us then to seek an exemption based on an act of God. So we are in the process of preparing that at the appropriate time. We'll bring that to the board, which then they will hopefully vote on a resolution, which then we forward to TEA. It's important to keep in mind that we just got off a conference call with our neighboring school districts in Harris County. So we all are working arm in arm, hand in hand on this particular matter. So we're all likely situated. So we're all going to be working not only with how it pertains to the making up of school days, but also as it pertains to making the call about school. This particular time, we understand that we've gone first. But again, we want to make sure that we give our parents more than ample time to plan for the fact that there will be no school on Monday. We know that they probably have to stock up on essential resources, water, food, etc. So we want to make sure that our families have enough time to be able to take care of their families. So we decided to make that call early.
And can you talk about that 1 p.m. phone conversation with the other superintendents? What was said? What did you guys discuss?
Sure. So HISD hasn't started officially the school year with students yet, but there are a number of our colleagues and sister school districts across Houston that have already started school. So the decision point for them is a little different. They have students in school. So if for tomorrow, for example, on Friday, we're asking all of our personnel to leave by 2, they're actually talking about either having school or not having school, a little more complex of a decision for them. But we all are sharing information. We're getting information from the emergency management system. We have several of the experts that are talking to us about the weather forecasts. And I have to tell you that the experts, the meteorologists that we're talking with, are not downplaying this weather system. It is gaining force in the Gulf. It is becoming stronger. So every conference call we have, the prediction seems to be a little more dire in terms of the strength of this storm. So for us, that was a deciding factor about making decisions early so people could prepare. But those conversations, I have to say, are very collaborative. We are learning from each other. We're talking about what our preparation plans are and how people are staging themselves and how they're going about their decision making, how they're notifying their community. So it is really all hands on deck in a very collaborative way.
How did you pick noon on Sunday to let everybody know about Tuesday?
So based on the information that we have, we know that the storm is at this moment scheduled to come on, hit land Friday, either late afternoon, late evening, maybe even later than that, late evening. So we know that the storm will be here Friday, maybe Saturday, depending on how long it stays in the area and then the strength of the storm. But what is unequivocally clear from everyone we've spoken to is that there will be significant flooding. Some places are expecting up to 20 inches of rain. Some folks have even talked about 30 inches of rain. So we know that based on the experts that we're talking to and our county disaster managers, that the storm may pass by Sunday, but the roads may not be clear by Monday, and our buses start rolling 5 in the morning. So we want to make sure that we have clear roads, and more than anything, with 216,000 students and 31,000 employees, we don't want to add that additional element to the transportation scene and have our emergency responders be complicated by even more people out on the road. So it's really clearly the fact that we don't anticipate that the roads will be safely cleared in time for a Monday start in the morning. Now, the reason Sunday is the same reason that I gave for why we've made the call now about Monday. We want to give families plenty of time to arrange childcare, arrange their, we know parents still need to work, so we want to make sure that families have enough time. So we've committed to Sunday at noon for Tuesday. And that decision, when we announce, will be very clear. Either, yes, we're on for Tuesday, we'll see you bright and early Tuesday morning, or we are going to delay for whatever number of days it is, depending on the circumstances of the weather.
Señor Superintendente, disculpe, ¿nos puede repetir esto en español, por favor, para Telemundo? Muchas gracias.
Sí, la decisión acerca del lunes es importantísimo porque según los expertos con los quienes estamos hablando, nos dicen que la tormenta va a llegar el viernes en la tarde o en la noche y sin embargo esa tormenta se va a llevar a cabo el viernes y el sábado y tal vez para allá el domingo ya termine la tormenta. Sin embargo, la inundación que viene con la tormenta, algunos dicen que va a haber hasta 20 pulgadas de lluvia, otros dicen hasta 30, entonces sabemos que los caminos no van a estar pasables el lunes para poder empezar el día escolar. Nuestros camiones ya comienzan sus rutas el lunes antes de las 5 de la mañana, entonces no queremos arriesgar ni a estudiantes ni tampoco a empleados y por eso hicimos la decisión que el lunes vamos a cerrar. También hemos hecho el compromiso de que para el domingo al mediodía vamos a anunciar la decisión si se va a llevar a cabo clases el martes. Otra vez para darle bastante tiempo a nuestro público, a nuestros padres de familia, a nuestros empleados, para que sepan qué es lo que va a pasar el martes. Y el anuncio va a ser muy sencillo. Si se va a llevar a cabo el día martes, el primer día, o no vamos a esperar hasta otro día.
I know you gotta be pretty familiar, but do you hope that, like, let's say that it doesn't start on Tuesday. I mean, do you hope to be able to give parents at least like an entire day, like you're pointing out with Sunday? I mean, if it didn't happen on Sunday, would you kind of let everybody know Monday that it's going to be Wednesday kind of a thing, based on, some of the concerns you raised?
Sure. So our overriding concern is the safety and welfare of our students and our staff. So we want to make sure that we're always going to err on the side of safety. With that being said, it's not that anybody's not going to hear from us until Sunday. We're going to be consistently through Twitter, through Facebook, through our webpage, updating individuals about the weather conditions. So we want to make sure that folks are informed all the way leading up to Sunday and beyond. But by Sunday, we've made the commitment that we will have some decision as to what will happen on Tuesday. Again, given the nature of how this hurricane is developing in the Gulf and some unpredictability of the hurricane, we want to make sure folks understand that there is a possibility that Tuesday may be affected, Wednesday may be affected, or there may be a possibility that Tuesday is a great sunny day and we're off to the races in the new school year. So we just want to make sure that we give people enough time to prepare. And then we also want to make sure that whatever related weather incidences to our buildings that occur over this weekend, we have enough time to remediate that so they're ready for students whenever the first day is.
That actually dovetails into one of my questions. If one of these 8 schools that you mentioned that you guys are really looking at, this might be a better question for you, Mr.
Sure.
Busby, but if they sustain flood damage this weekend, could those schools be shut down for a longer period of time than the rest of the district schools, or what's the plan sort of there?
Well, I mean, there's always that outside possibility, but historically, over the last, I want to say 4 to 5 years, Liberty is the only campus we really had to shut down to get remediation and water damage cleared out. But I think in answering his earlier question, the way we're taking the proactive precautions and having folks stay through the night at these facilities with the proper equipment, I'm hopeful that we won't see any school shut down on the day we say school starts.
Can you state your name and your title?
Brian Busby, Chief Operating Officer for HISD.
Will you spell it, sir?
BRIANBUSBY.
Superintendent, can you just tell us how you're feeling personally as a relative newcomer to our city? How are you personally feeling right now?
Well, I'm incredibly proud of our team. I mean, the team has been incredible. Like I said, we've been monitoring the weather for 48 to 72 hours. We have some action plans. We have some backup plans. If there is flooding, we've got plans for where students will go. I mean, it's been a real delight to see how the team really responds to these weather events. Personally, this will be my first hurricane. My wife's been through hurricanes, but this will be my first hurricane. But as I was joking with staff, when I came from San Francisco, we never got this kind of a lead up. It was the building shook, and then you put your emergency plan into action with an earthquake. So having some kind of lead time to prepare in many respects is a luxury. However, I will tell you that given what the reports are, I am just very concerned that our community will take this seriously. This is a serious event. This is a life and death event, and I want people to be sure that they're taking it that way. But I'm just very confident in the team, and I've got to tell you, very confident in our colleagues in the city and the county as well who are working so closely with us.
Will meet the teachers be rescheduled? Can you repeat that? Will meet the teachers will be rescheduled?
Yes, good question. So there are a number of Meet the Teacher events that have been taking place all week. There are some tonight. There will be some scheduled on Friday. I think there were some barbecues on Saturday. Obviously, because they've been canceled, they will be rescheduled. So I would ask all parents, because our schools are probably already in the process of finding another date and time, but to check with the school. And the school will be very, very proactive in letting you know when the rescheduled time will take place. They all have websites. And obviously, they all have very, very helpful front office people that'll help us with that info as well. Okay, if there's no other questions, I want to thank you all for being here today, and thank you for being here, and please be safe out there. Thank you.